The Laurel Highlands, of course, as everyone knows, is an organization of 3 counties that promote tourism and bring a lot of people to southwestern Pennsylvania. Its meaning to Laurel Caverns goes clear back to the late 1950s when my grandfather got together with some individuals from West Penn Power, along with others in this area, to create a tourist promotion association. This cave was named Laurel Hill Cave in 1816. There's a Laurel Hill State Park. Laurel is a very well-known flower, and it was very popular in Europe. It goes clear back to the Romans. They had used it in great honor. And my grandfather, before we even opened, was working towards this idea because he had a vision for someday this Laurel Caverns becoming a part of the Laurel Highlands. My involvement in Laurel Highlands goes back to when I was still in high school because my grandfather was active in the organization. I had left home when I was 16 to work with my grandfather to develop the cave, and so I was with him in a lot of meetings, so I became quite involved. And then we opened up July 1, 1964 as the Laurel Caverns. And they said, would you be willing to fill out your grandfather's term? I said, sure. So, and at about that same time, I was made manager here for the new owners of the caverns. So the two went almost simultaneously. And so I became the treasurer, and then I became secretary, and then I became a vice president. And then by the time I was 24 years old, I was president of the Laurel Highlands Visitors Bureau. Shortly after I became president of Laurel Highlands, I also became president of the Pennsylvania Attractions Association. I was still just 24, 25 years old. And that was the track that kept me very tied to Laurel Highlands as an organization. Then the management of the cave was another track in life. And then my academic life was still yet another track in life. And that took me into multiple fields. I finished a doctorate in economics, as I said, a PhD in the philosophy of science, particularly physics. So those 3 tracks were basically what I ran my life on, and each one was sort of independent. Tourism ties together, business ethics ties to running this place, and then finally the association with the Travel Council got me involved working with people in the DCNR, and I was invited to be on one of their advisory boards. I had this vision of Laurel Caverns being a state park back when we were developing it, even with my grandfather.
My basic role is group reservations, but to accomplish that, I answer the phone all the time. And so most people get to talk to me, but the best part is I get to talk to them. And I enjoy that. I enjoy telling them what kinds of things they can do here to enjoy with their families, telling them about the area. Most people will say, well, since you've told me so much about the cave, what about restaurants? Where? And so then I go into my lineup of all the restaurants, or where could we stay? Where are nice hotels, motels. I list all of them for them. So I kind of link with the Chamber of Commerce in that regard, or with Laurel Highlands.
Laurel Caverns always belonged to the people. This is millions of years old. This has been around a long time, long before I was born. It's going to hopefully be here long after I'm gone. The philosophy that Lillian and I had were one of custodianship. We weren't here to own the cave. This is ours. We can do whatever we want with it. Our philosophy was to preserve the cave and make it available to the people, mainly for educational purposes, recreational purposes to a point, but we were more interested in education. It just made sense that the cave needs to be preserved and securely preserved. And also I joke about the bats owning it too, because they were here first, and so we let them use it during the winter time, or they let us use it during the summertime. That's kind of the contract we have between the bats. And so we always close for bat hibernation season.
I have enjoyed this area very, very, very much because, amazingly enough, the people here are very much like my hometown of Wheeling. And I saw that right away, and that's why I knew I could be comfortable. Well, the best part of it is the dreams, his dreams, David's dreams. And that's the part that I love, hearing and sharing and knowing what the next thing is probably going to be. And that's where, with the state park idea. And as soon as he said that, I knew that resonated with me too.
But it's the idea as a place where people from all over the world can come together in one place, in peace, in harmony, and enjoy nature.